A common thing I'll hear when talking about heritability of height being very high, is that people have gotten taller over the last 100, 200 years because of better nutrition. And a lot of people take this to mean height isn't very genetic, but it still is. You see, it's a bit of a weird topic, but the short answer is heritability isn't a measure of how genetic a trait is, it's a measure of how much of the variance is genetic. So, when I say something is heritable, I mean in the sample we used, the proportion of variance, like how much that trait, be it height, varies, and how much of that is due to genetics. What proportion of that variance is due to genetics? You see, if everybody starts eating more in a generation, then the average height will go up. But if they all increased by roughly the same amount and the mean and the SD didn't change, then it won't have an impact on the heritability of height, which is pretty much what happened. The heritability of height has stayed consistently over 80% throughout all of our samples from, I think the 1960s to now. We've always gotten very high estimates of, even when we did mid-parent offspring regressions, it was a high heritability. The reason it's heritable is because genes vary a lot and environment varies not that much. Also, that change, the average environment 100 years ago was probably 3 standard deviations below our current mean, but their average height was only like 3 inches lower. That would imply like a 0.33 correlation. Very small correlation anyways, between environment and height. It's just that environment changed so much, and it changed roughly the same with people. There's more variance between centuries than there is within them. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.